What is going on, people? Hope y'all are having a great day as always. Just thought I'd go ahead and start making another video while I'm arriving in Florida. I'm 1 mile away from the border. You should see a sign coming up here pretty soon. But yeah, I tried to record a video yesterday and the whole second half of the video got corrupted and I couldn't use the footage when I tried to put it into my editing program. It wasn't working. So I got, you know, the first half of the video and then the other half got, you know, lost in the ether. So, you know, that it is what it is. But in that video, I was gonna tell you guys how I got into my first accident. And as you can see from the title, yes, I did get into an accident pretty early on, me being a solo driver. But before I continue the story, we're arriving in Florida right here, right now. Florida welcomes you. Hello, Florida. How is you? It's looking pretty, not sunny, but the palm trees are a nice touch. So, but yeah, I did get into an accident. I think I believe it was my second week out as a solo driver, and there was a lot of factors that played into it, and pretty much all of them were my fault. You know, it was nobody else's fault but mine of why this accident happened. But it wasn't so much of an accident, it was more of like an incident, I guess you could say, because I wasn't on a road, it was in a parking lot at a Love's, and I ended up backing into some guy's truck. But I'll tell you how that happened. So, me being a new driver, me not realizing, okay, well, you know, if I want to find parking, I have to stop kind of earlier in the day, you know, start early in the morning so that way I can end early in the day. Well, I didn't get that concept just yet. You know, I was still new, I was still learning, but I was driving through Tennessee, and I was going to Dandridge, and I was running out of time on my clock. I think it was like 11:30 at night at this point, and I'm driving through there, and I'm running out of time, so I'm like, oh, man, I gotta find a place to park at. Well, let me try and find a Love's. So I find this Love's out in Dandridge, Tennessee. I'm like, cool, I'll go ahead and I'll stop there. I pull into the parking lot, thing is packed. The fuel island is backed up. You know, trucks are waiting to get fuel. So I was sitting in that fuel island for like a good 10-15 minutes before I could even get to the parking area. Because the way that they have it set up is you can't, I mean, I guess you could, but you would have to do a blind side back into some of these spots that are parked up against the one side, because if you come around from the outside, it's kind of like a big square, and if you came in this way, you would have to blind side in those spots over here. So I waited for the fuel island to get clear so I can go in through the left side instead of the right side. So when I went ahead and I did that, and I found the last spot in the lot, the very last spot. There was not a single one left. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try and back into the spot, you know, because I need to park. I only have 10-15 minutes left on my clock. I can't drive to the next truck stop because the next one is like half an hour away, so I have to park here. So I go ahead and I set up to back into the spot. First try, no bueno. So I pulled back around and I did a big loop to try and set up again. Still, no luck. I set it up wrong. Third time around, I got up to it and it looked like I set up pretty good. So I was like, okay, I'll try and back into the spot. Mind you, I've been driving for almost 11 hours at this point. It's late at night. I'm tired. I haven't had anything to eat that day because I was rushing to get this load to where it was going, because I got it picked up late and there was a lot of traffic and backups and stuff. So the time just was not working. So I was tired, late at night, last spot in the lot, and it's a really small, tight one too. No, nothing a rookie like me should have been trying to back up into, because you have trucks right here, and then the spots I'm trying to back into are like right here. So, you know, there's trucks that are like really close to this side, so you don't have much room to swing out and then back it into. But, you know, I tried my luck because me being a rookie, I was scared I was going to run out of time, get a ticket or whatever. So, like I said, the third time I was backing up. You know, backing up. I wasn't sure about my blind side, which is the right side of the trailer. You can't see it when you're backing up, so the only way to see where you're at is to get out and look. So I pulled the brakes, I, you know, stopped the truck, I go back out, and I look at the back of my trailer. I'm like, okay, well, no, it's gonna be tight, but if I keep cutting it, I'll have enough room. So I cut it a little bit harder to swing the trailer back in, because I'm more like angled, so if I kept backing up, I would have hit the guy's truck. So I thought, well, you know, that's at least what I thought. So I tried to angle the truck some more. So I'm angling it, I cut it hard, and I'm back into the spot. I back up a little bit more, I get out and I look again. It's close, but it looks like the trailer is gonna clear. Now, my tandems were slid more to the rear, so the trailer doesn't swing, it doesn't, I don't know how you would say it, but it doesn't turn as fast as if the tandems were up towards the front. So I'm like, all right, so I'm just gonna keep backing up. You know, it looked like it was close, but as long as I cut it and I'm close to this truck, I'll be fine. So I keep backing up, I keep backing up. I start to straighten up a little bit because I feel like I'm in the spot. I'm, you know, a little close to the line on the left side, but not that close. And then, like I said, it was a really tight, small lot, and the spaces were really close together. So I'm backing up, I keep going, and I feel a nudge. And, you know, being like a brand new driver, like, oopsie, I hit a curb. So I pulled up a little bit, and then I got some more speed, which was the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do, because getting speed backing up is not a good thing. But I thought to myself, okay, well, I didn't see a curb there, but I must have like hit a curb or something. So I go ahead and I pull up, and I start to back into the spot again. So I get, you know, I have not a lot of speed, but I thought that maybe I had to go over the curb or something like that. So I'm going a little bit farther back, and I feel like another nudge, and I'm like, huh, that's weird. Like, I thought that I hadn't, you know, there was no curb or anything over there, and then it clicked, just like that. I was like, oh my God, I just backed into this guy's truck. The second we got I'm a solo driver, I'm gonna get fired from this job, and I just got it. So I pull up, and I'm freaking out at this point. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. My company's gonna fire me. It's not gonna be good. I'm gonna have to talk to the cops. So I pull up, I get out of my truck, and I go and I look, and of course I hit this guy's truck. But I guess the good thing about it is that I didn't hit his actual truck. He had like an older truck, so the mirror was bent. You know, it's not supposed to bend. It's not like mine where they fold in if it like gets hit or something like that. So his mirror like bent because it was a solid frame or a solid mount, and then I dented his exhaust stack. There was an exhaust stack on the side of the truck, but then it had like that metal cover over it. So I didn't hit the actual truck. I didn't like damage the truck itself, but I hit the mirror and the exhaust tank. So I pull up, and this guy's blowing his air horn, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is not good. And he gets out of the truck, he's like, man, you better give me your information, give me your driver's license, give me your insurance, I'm gonna call the police, man, you know, how long have you been driving for? Like, he was going off on me, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm taking it, because in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, I did wrong. You know, I shouldn't have tried at this spot. I should have found somewhere else to park. I should have, you know, did this, did that, but I didn't. So it is my fault. So I go ahead and I give him all my information. He's calling the cops. I call my company. I'm like, hey, I just backed into this guy's truck. What do I do from here? And they're like, okay, well, just give them all your information. Are the police coming? And I'm like, yeah, the police are coming. So they go ahead and they say, just, you know, do what you got to do, give out your information, talk to the police, and give us a call back once everything like is reported, everything's taken care of. You get the other guy's information, take pictures and all that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go ahead and I do that. No, I didn't want okay Google. Jeez, that's really sensitive. But so I get all the information, I take the pictures and everything like that, and the police come. And this police officer was really cool. He was super chill, made me feel a lot better about the situation, because he got there and he gets out and he's all, you know, just casual, nonchalant. He's like, all right, you know, so what happened here? And I'm like, oh, I was backing up. I couldn't see my blind side. I thought I had enough room, but obviously I didn't. And as you can see, I did this and this to his truck. He's like, okay, well, give me your license, give me your insurance and all that, and let me just run it and make sure everything's legit. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I give it to him. He goes in his car and he runs everything, and he goes to write out the report. And then he gets the report done. He comes out to me and he's like, here you go, man, here's your license, here's the business card. You're gonna have to have your company call the police station up here to get a copy of the report, because we don't have, I guess they didn't have printers, or they didn't have like paper reports that they do on site. So he was like, yeah, man, like, honestly, don't feel bad about it at all. You know, there's so many accidents that happen in this lot, probably like three a week. It's often. There's often we get called to this lot for an accident because of the way they have it set up. And I was like, yeah, it's my second week out. I'm nervous. I was running out of time. And he was like, man, don't even sweat it. You know, just go over it with your company. They're not going to fire you or anything like that, because there's a lot of new guys that come here back in. None of the companies fire them, so you'll be good. But you ain't the first accident that happened in this lot, and you definitely ain't the last. And I'm like, oh man, well, I appreciate it. And he was like, yeah, well, if you want to, there's a lot over here. If you come out and you go down this road, on the right side there's a gravel lot. It has no facilities, but it's a truck parking area, so you can go there and stop for the night. Because he looked at my time. He was like, yeah, you're pretty low on time, so you just go over there and set up there for the night. And I'm like, all right, man, I'll go ahead and I'll do that. I appreciate it. So he was super cool. You know, he made me feel a lot better about the situation. I go to shake the guy's hand, you know, the guy's truck that I hit. I go to shake his hand. I'm like, hey, man, like I said, I'm really sorry. It's just I was nervous about my time. I'm tired. It's late at night. I'm still a new driver. And then he was still mad. He was like, oh, well, your trainer never taught you how to back into a spot? Like, how long were you on training for? And I'm like, oh, 6 weeks. He's like, and this, and you know, this happened? Like, you didn't look out for this? Like, he was kind of being a dick, not gonna lie. But at the end of it, he was like, oh yeah, well, this is the third time my truck's been hit this week. Now I'm gonna have to take it to a shop, and it's a really big inconvenience for me, and it's taken away from my money and everything. So there's a guy on the side of the road I gotta get over. He's hiking down this road, man. What are you doing, brother? Alright, but anyways, you know, at the end of it, you know, he was still mad, and I shake his hand, and he was like, yeah, well, you know, just make sure it doesn't happen again. You know, make sure you do this, do that. And I'm like, all right, no problem. And so I go and I park in this gravel lot, and I'm kind of just sitting there. I'm freaking out. I'm nervous. I'm stressed. So you know, I have a stomach ache. I got a little bit of a headache, and I'm freaking out. But I call my company, and they're like, okay, so what happened? And I tell them, and they're like, well, did you get a report? And I say, no, you have to call this place to get a report in the morning. And they're like, okay, well, if we need any more information from you, we'll let you know. And I'm like, okay. And honestly, that's pretty much the end of the story. They called the safety department called me, and the guy from the accident department called me for some more information. You know, asked me to email him pictures and stuff like that of the accident. And that was pretty much it. I mean, I did get 2 safety points on my record, which isn't good. You don't want any safety points, but you know, I had to do training online. But other than that, I mean, my company kept me on. They didn't, you know, call me about it. They didn't scold me about it. So, you know, it was a learning experience. I'm gonna say it like that, because ever since then, you know, knock on wood, if I had wood, plastic or whatever, knock on something, you know, but I haven't hit anything since then, and everything's been pretty smooth sailing. So that kind of taught me to start early in the day, so you can find more parking at night, or like early in the day. Like right now, the situation that I'm in is that I have 2 hours and 6 minutes left to drive, but then I have to take a 30-minute break, and then I'll have like another 2 or 3 hours left. But if I drive all the way through into the night, I'm on a major highway on I-75 South, and this goes on for a while. So if I keep driving into the night, parking is going to be really scarce. So I'm going to try and stop in about 2 hours, see if I can find like a Love's, Pilot, TA or something like that has like a good food and good showers and decent parking. And I'll probably stop at around 5:30. So that way I'm an hour and a half away from my pickup, or from my drop off and my pickup, because I'm dropping off at this place, but I'm also picking up. So it's another drop and hook, which I'm all for. I'm happy about. I've been here before. It's pretty easy to back into these spots, like to the docks. You drop your trailer in the dock, everything's good. But yeah, I'm gonna probably try and stop in about 2 hours. I'll have about 5 minutes left on my clock, but you know, I'll try and do that, and then I'll wake up at about 5 in the morning and get there at 7. So everything should be okay. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole story and how I got into the accident. It's just a bunch of factors of being tired, being a rookie, being in a tight parking lot, being low on time, you know, pretty much everything to make, like, for a good accident to happen. Like, that's the recipe for an accident to happen. You know, rookie driver, low on time, tired, late at night, you know, tight parking lot, all that. So I don't know if I repeated any of those. I think I did, but yeah, it was an accident prone situation, and it happened. But you learn, you live, you learn. Keep on trucking is kind of like the motto, you know, just keep on keeping on. And that's what I've been doing, and it's been working out. But I just thought I'd give you guys a quick little video of a nice little story of, well, not a nice story, but like a story of how I got into my first accident. And there's gonna be another one eventually, whether it's gonna be my fault or somebody else's, you know, somebody backing into my truck, which has happened before. You know, another quick little story. I was sitting at a TA out in I think it was Minnesota, and this guy's backing up, and he's, you know, there's a pole, and then there's like another spot. So he was like backing up and trying to avoid the pole at the same time, and he nicked my trailer. There was just like a little bit of cosmetic damage, nothing bad. So I didn't like report it to the police or anything like that. And you know, like my trailer's been hit, but my truck's never been hit. So I hope that it never gets hit, but you know, it's likely. It really is likely, depending on the spot that I park in, if it's a hard spot to get into, and then you have somebody like me who's a rookie driver who comes into the spot and tries back into it and misjudges it. But you know, an accident, if it happens, it happens. It's not a big deal. You know, it is what it is. But hopefully it doesn't. We'll see what happens. If it does, I'll make a video about that. But I'll go ahead and I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm gonna go to a truck stop. I'm gonna try and find one within like a 2-hour radius, hour and a half maybe, to park at, and then I'll pick the video back up once I get into the lot to try and find a parking spot. And I'll show you guys what it's like to park up a truck in a parking lot. I'm gonna try and hopefully get a nice open spot so it's not really a tight fit to get in there, but we'll see what happens. So I'll pick up the video once I get to the truck stop that I'm gonna be stopping at. All right, so I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, I'm back. I'm not at the truck stop. It's about 5 minutes later, but I'm going past a weigh station, and just thought I'd start recording in case they pull me in to show you guys what it's like to be pulled into a weigh station if they do it. So we're gonna go ahead and see with our pre-pass system. So that scans the little scanner over there, that little blue box, and then once we go over this one, it's either gonna give us a green or a red light, and depending on what it is, we're gonna go into the weigh station. So let's see, it's open, so we get the green light, so we get to go past the weigh station. So if you have a truck that doesn't have that pre-pass system, you actually have to pull in no matter what. But you see the truck in front of us actually has to pull in because he either didn't get the green light, or he either didn't get the green light, or he just doesn't have a pre-pass system. So, but for us, it's nice because we don't have to waste time pulling into a place that, you know, is just gonna let us pass by anyways. So we're gonna keep on going down the road. Just thought I'd go ahead and record that to show you guys what it was like in case we did get pulled in, but we didn't, which is good. You know, my weights are good. I weighed out, so we're all fine and dandy. Like, here, I'll even show you guys. Reach over here, and if you take a look, these are my weights right here. So we have 11,440 on the on the steer axles, which is, we're allowed 12,000 total. Drive axle is 31,820, which is, we're allowed 34, so that's good as well. And then on the trailer axle, I can't talk today, we're at 30,440, which we're allowed 34 as well, for a total weight of 73,700 pounds, which we're allowed 80,000 total. So our weights are peachy king, very good, yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and wait till I get to this truck stop, and we'll see what happens with the whole parking situation. So yet again, I will see you guys in a little bit. Are we gonna get pulled into the agricultural weigh station? Let's take a look. Oh, and look at that, guys. So this is part of Florida where you have a agricultural inspection station as well, to where you have to pull into. So here's some more content for you guys. And so we're gonna have to pull in. We're gonna have to show them our paperwork if they ask for it. They usually give us like a buy, like telling us like, okay, well, you know, you're good to go. So I'm gonna grab some water here because I'm thirsty. But yeah, I get pulled into this every single time I come through here, and they usually ask like what I have, and I just say dairy product. So we'll see what happens with this one. Hopefully it's no different than any of the other times. But I'll go ahead and I'll cut the video back on once I get closer to the weigh station, because you guys don't want to see me waiting in line. I don't even think you guys want to hear me talk anymore. You know, with this long video, it's turning out to be a lot longer than what I thought it was going to be. But you know, we move on, we keep on keeping on, and we keep trucking. So let's go see what they want from us. Guys, they didn't want to check our paperwork. I'm gonna go ahead and roll up this window. Yeah, so to be honest, I really don't know why they have those. Because every time that I come through here, they don't ask me for my paperwork or nothing like that. And it's kind of hard to see through those windows too, because they're tinted. So, you know, it's kind of dark in there too, so it's hard to see. You know, but they usually just wave me by. Now we gotta merge back onto the highway. On the road again. On the road again. All right, but for real, guys, I mean it. This time I will see you guys back at the truck stop that I'm stopping at for the night. I promise, no more extra content unless, you know, I somehow manage to do a barrel roll in the truck like 4 times over. 1 is not that impressive, so I'll do like 2 or 3. But unless I can do that, I'll catch you guys back at the truck stop I'm gonna be stopping at for the night. All right, 1 second. All right, guys, we're coming up on our exit to the place we're gonna stop at for the night. I got 31 minutes to drive, so I timed that pretty well, I think, at least. I'm just happy I'm not stopping here with like 5 minutes left on my clock, and I'd be rushing to park. But I'm gonna go over here to this Pilot that has a Wendy's in it, and I'm gonna see if I can find a nice 2 spots next to each other to go ahead and back into. But I don't want to park in between 2 trucks. I try to park in like 2 open spaces, so that way I have more room on each side. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when we get here. Actually, what's the parking looking like at this Lowe's? It looks packed. There's not a single spot, it looks like. Screw that noise. I'm gonna go to the Pilot over here. I've stopped here before at this Love's. It's in Ocala, Florida, and I've stopped there before, but it looks like there's no parking there today, so I'm gonna go over to the Pilot over here and see what I can find. Because it is 5 o'clock. It's about to be 5, and on I-75 South, there's basically no parking after like 3 o'clock. I was going, before I got through Atlanta yesterday, I stopped, and I stopped at a big TA where there's a big parking lot, and every single spot was taken except for 1. I found the last spot there, but it was way in the back, and I had to walk, and everything, and I didn't really like it. But you got to take what you can find out here on the road. Now we got trucks coming out of here. I'm gonna have to wait for him to come out, I think. I don't think I have enough space to turn in there. Do I have enough space? Oh, I have enough space. Yeah, we're good. I have enough space to turn into here. But it looks like there's people parking where they're not supposed to already. So I'll go see if we can find a spot. What's this guy doing in the white minivan? Is he coming out? Oh, well, just let me go. Thank you. Okay, we gotta make this turn. Don't want to hit this curb. Don't want to hit that guy's truck either. We are good. All right, let's see what the parking situation is looking like over here. This is what I hate. This is what I dread about driving anytime close to 5, is that there's basically like no parking. Is that a spot over there? Oh, can I get that lucky? Let me go take a look. Okay, so this guy's coming out. Looks like there's a spot there. I'm gonna cut over here. Turn on my hazards to let people know that I'm parking. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here. Looks like there's a lot of spots over that way. Yeah, so what we'll do... Yeah, okay. This is looking pretty good. It looks like there's actually parking here. Those are reserved, so I can't park there. Oh yeah, there's tons of spots here. Yeah, there's tons of spots. All right, yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna go ahead. I should have came the other way. We'll just go over here. Yeah, this is the bad thing about tight parking lots. Oh, I mean, all right. Oh, no, I don't want to park there because that truck's a little far out. So what we'll do is we'll come out over here. Make this turn kind of wide, and see there's some spots right there that we're gonna go ahead and park into. I'll take my seatbelt off so I can go ahead and take a look as I'm backing. Yeah, we're coming over here. And so this is the way you want to set up if you're parking in like a tight area like this. Is you're gonna want to get close to these trailers. That guy's kind of far out because he's a car hauler. But you want to get like right around here. So I want to park in that spot right there. So I'm going to come to this one, go forward. I'm going to go out this way to swing the trailer. And then I'm going to come back this way. All right. Now what we're going to want to do is make sure we don't hit nothing first of all. But we're just going to go ahead and go straight back, turn the trailer in. Alright, I want to go ahead and cut the trailer a little bit more. Oh, I kind of foobarred this one. I guess we're going to be parking next to this guy. Oh, this is a tight parking lot. Yeah, this is real tight. yeah, I kind of foobarred this parking job, but we'll go ahead and get it situated. Pull back up this way, and we're gonna have to readjust, but it is what it is. Yeah, I kind of foobarred this spot up pretty bad. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and back up all the way as much as I can, and I'm gonna readjust over to this side because I'm closer to this side than I am that one. So I want to go ahead and bring the trailer over this way. Alright. And then we're going to go ahead and swing the trailer more in towards that parking spot. Just like that. Swing it around this way. Gonna have to adjust one more time, but that is fine. See, this is why I like parking in spots to have more space, because it's a lot easier in case you mess up to readjust. All right, now swing it back this way. And then we go straight back. Adjust it that way a little bit. Straighten out the truck. Back it on up. Want to get even with these other trucks over here. Don't want to back up too fast in case I hit something. Okay, and right here we are good. All right, and there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and go off duty. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, get a little bit more medicine because I am still sick. But that is gonna be it for this video and my day, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. You know, I try to give you a little bit of you know, backing content, way station, trying to mix it up a little bit. But yeah, if you guys appreciate well, not appreciate watching. If you guys appreciate me, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired, I'm sick, I don't know. But if you guys like the video, give it a like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.